This video comes to you from Gongaii Games, your source for Star Wars Destiny singles, sealed product, and tons of other great games. Check them out at gongaii.com. Hello everyone, welcome to Dice Commando. Today we are coming to you from Gongaii Games. This is round 2 of 3 from our standard tournament today. On our left we have Ruthann, who's been dominating the meta lately with our Dooku Talzin. On our right we have Andrew, who's playing Aphra Elite with Executioner. The roll-off is won by Ruthann. She quickly checks, sees Stocking Bay, and doesn't like the look of that. She's playing on Rift Valley, which completely makes sense for her deck, which is going to be mostly odds. So she is going to select her battlefield. Andrew's going to put both his shields on Aphra, and let's get started. All right, Ruthann opens, pays 1 for Torment on Count Dooku. All right, Andrew's going to reprogram to play BT for free. So what reprogram does is it reduces the cost of a droid by 1, and then Aphra, of course, reduces the cost of the first droid you play per turn by 1, so that comes in for free. So Andrew's got the indirect engine started right away. Alright, it is Ruthann's action. She's going to, looks like she's going to roll in Dooku. Yep. So Ruthann forgot to rotate, but she did bring in Dooku. Dooku rolled a 2 shield and a money. That money is going to quickly become at least a 2. Looks like, yep, that is what she goes with. She goes with a 2. Alright, in comes BT, an indirect to each. And that's interesting. Ruthann decided to put it on Talzin because that means that she doesn't get the torment money. However, you know, keeping it away from Dooku seems pretty good. All right, and then the BT rolled a blank. There's Ruthann's action. Now Ruthann does prefer to take her shields when she has them, so I wouldn't be surprised if she takes the 2 shields on. Yep, that is actually what she's going to do. Puts the 2 shields. Does it go on Talzin or Dooku? It goes on Dooku. She wants to protect Dooku. Right, in comes Aphra. Aphra rolls a 1 money and a blank. Andrew's not rolling what he wants to so far. So we can see in Ruthann's hand, looks like a lightsaber throw. And a deflect. Maybe another lightsaber throw? Yeah, 2 lightsaber throws and a deflect. So there is a lightsaber throw for 1. She's going to put 2 into Aphra. So Aphra takes a net 1 after the shield. In comes the Executioner, rolls a $1. 2 more into Aphra. Aphra goes to 3 damage, 7 health remaining. In comes the other Executioner with a 1 melee. Alright, here she's going to activate Talzin. Yep, realizes that Dooku's not rotated. Everybody knew he was activated though, no problem. Alright, so she gets a focus and a blank, which is actually the worst thing you can roll, or not the worst, but it's a frustrating thing to roll with Talzin because you can flip and then that focus die is basically a dead die, right? So I think what she's considering here is actually looking at Andrew's deck and seeing if she can flip a die, which actually is a pretty heads-up play. The problem is she doesn't know that Andrew's die, because she doesn't crystal ball down, she doesn't know that Andrew's deck is going to have an odd on top. But she is going to look at Andrew. It's a backup muscle for an odd, so she's going to be able to blank that melee. Okay. It is Andrew's action now. Looks like he's going to pitch to reroll, leaves the Aphra dollar out there, and he goes and leaves left the blank. Must have been a reason for that. Not playing hero yellow. So Ruthann's going to focus to the 2. I don't know why you wouldn't here, unless you want the money. She focuses to the discard. That's interesting. So Andrew pays to put 2 into Talzin, who goes to 3. And she discards. Gets his other Relentless Pursuit, so there's not going to be any sneaky kill shenanigans. pays 1 to shoot Talzin for 2. Talzin's now at 5. Aphra and the Executioners are coming out swinging for sure. Alright, Ruthann claims she's going to look at the top of her deck, which is highly likely to be an odd. It is the Dagger Mortis, which is a 3, so she will get to remove a die. She removes the Aphra money. Alright, Andrew emulates. That's why he left a blank, but I still don't understand why he didn't reroll. So he flips that to the 2 melee. Alright, and he hits Talzin for 1-2. And then he disrupts, even though there's no money to disrupt. Right now, what she's realizing is that she didn't use the Torment this turn. However, with the disrupt out there, it probably wouldn't have ended up being the same, as she'd have $0. So, and she would have had to dealt something to Dooku. Although now with Talzin looking like she's going to die, dealing an indirect or 2 to Dooku seems pretty good. I think that's what they're discussing right now. Alright, either way, we move on to round 2. $2 a piece. And it is Ruthann's open here. She does need to ready her characters. Alright, so Ruthann opens with the binds. Now keep in mind both her characters. There we go. Characters are readied. Between the Torment and the binds, she's in a good spot here. Alright. Executioner comes in on Andrew's side with $1. I think you got to roll in Talzin first here because she's so close to dying. Alright, so Ruthann drops Torment and exhausts binds to pay for it. Yep, for 1, in comes 000, so the indirect engine is a-going. Ruthann is in trouble here. She's got a lot of health to chew through, and she's going to be taking health very consistently. Right, here comes Dooku. Dooku rolls in with a 3 for 1 and a 2. Is that what I saw? That is a 3 for 1 and a 2. Unless she wants to flip that 3 for 1 to the 2, she doesn't have to pay. There's no actual use of Dooku's ability. Alright, Andrew crash landings the 2. Deals Ruthann 1 indirect from 000. So that should take off a shield. That's what Andrew's pointing out. Alright, so shield gets taken off of Dooku. And then he put 1 onto each Executioner. And then Ruthann gets to take $1 for her Torment. Again, Gongaii is a very friendly environment. That's why the two of these guys are talking back and forth, making sure that all the plays are done correctly. Okay, so 2 into Aphra. Or sorry, 3 for 1 into Aphra. Takes away the $1 she just gained from Torment. Alright, now again we rule in BT. In that case, Ruthann took 2, Andrew took 1 and gets to draw a card. And Andrew actually forgot to roll in his BT die because he was correcting the shield mishap there. Okay, but Talzin rolls in, rolls a 2 and $1. Ruthann gets a look. It is an odd, so she gets to flip. So that's a dead Aphra, unless Andrew can do anything about it. Hopefully Andrew will realize when he goes to look at his die pool here that BT's not in. Right, I was rolling his Executioner, which gets a blank. That BT die did not get rolled in. Oh, there he got it. There he got it. BT rolls in for the 3 for 1. Okay, that's a dead Aphra right there, right? Yep, puts Aphra down. So Ruthann's pretty much done. She can still claim to remove. That is her action. Or sorry, no, it's Andrew's action. Right. Andrew takes $1 with the Executioner. Now when he kills Talzin, he's going to be able to roll in both his Executioners. Now note that Rift Valley cannot remove the BT die because Rift Valley is limited to a die of 2 or less. So Andrew rolls in 000. Ruthann's going to continue to pass here. She's going to try to maximize her Rift Valley thing. All right, Andrew pitches a reroll. He's going to get a die removed at some point here. All right, so 000 rolls a 2 melee. So that's probably what Ruthann's probably going to claim here. Unless she has something in her hand with which to remove. It just seems like you may as well just remove it. So she does. She claims. She's going to look at her top card, which is Force Illusion. So she removes 000. So Andrew just takes the dollar because he's going to be able to roll in both of his Executioner die. He drops a backup muscle and then another backup muscle, so he doesn't even have to resolve the BT die. He's going to be able to just take Talzin off right here. Now keep in mind Ruthann has claimed, so what he's going to do is he's going to rotate both of his backup muscles, each of which have 2 left. Talzin is now dead. Ruthann should get a dollar, though, from her Torment. So Andrew now gets to roll in both of his Executioners. One came in with a 2 for 1. And the other one came in with a blank. Now Andrew can't pay for both of his melee die out on the table. He'll obviously keep the BT. So he's going to pitch to reroll. He rolls both the Executioners. One gets a dollar, and one gets the 2, so he takes a dollar. And then he'll hit for 5 to Dooku, paying 1. So Dooku's now at 6 with 6 health remaining. Alright, so Dooku has 6 health remaining, and between the 2 Executioners, Andrew has 13 health remaining. He also has the 2 backup muscles and plenty of indirect damage, so Ruthann is in a pretty tight spot right here already. Once these Aphra decks get going, there's really no way to pull it off unless you can somehow keep... I mean, I think Red Hero's probably best with docking base. They can keep recurring the bubble shield, but Red Hero's got all sorts of other problems. So, alright, so Ruthann drops a Force Illusion on Dooku. Andrew's gonna bring in BT, deal 2 sources of 1 indirect, meaning the reason I say that is because she can't just take 2 on the Force Illusion. BT comes in with the 2 indirect. Alright, there's a dagger with the binds. Andrew reminds her to rotate the binds. Now Ruthann could have actually taken Torment. She will have plenty of other opportunities here with which to take Torment. Okay, so Dooku is at 10. Or sorry, he's at 8. Right, so it goes to 10. And just pointing out that she does have Force Illusion available if she wants it. So she does decide to pop. Loses an all-in and a Shoto. Dooku's now at 8. It is Ruthann's action still. Again, another chance to have used Torment when she did not. Oh, but another Force Illusion. Dooku's gonna keep fighting. Alright, here comes 000 with a Disrupt. Alright, here comes Dooku. I see a melee. I see a 2 melee on the dagger. Wow, a 2 melee on Dooku, and then she flips to a 2 melee on Dooku. So that's a dead Executioner right here. Ruthann's still in this game. Andrew drops the Bubble Shield. I'm surprising he didn't do that earlier, actually, to absorb some BT damage. But so Ruthann takes out the Executioner. So it's Dooku with 4 and with 2, yeah, with 4 and a Force Illusion versus a 6 health Executioner and a Bubble Shield. So here comes the Executioner with a blank. However, those backup muscles are actually the end of the game here. So all that withstanding, unless she can heal, Witch Magic is definitely a thing. So there's an armor plating on Andrew's side. Ruthann is continuing to pass. Ruthann wants to again use that Rift Valley to her advantage, which makes sense. But from an action economy standpoint, Andrew has the advantage here because he can do 1-2 on the backup muscle. So there's one for the backup muscle, and that's a move. So he goes to 9. And if Ruthann passes again, I'm sure he does the next backup muscle. Ruthann go ahead and claims, I think. Oh, she's realizing that she did forget to use her torment. I think right now Andrew's pointing out that she claimed and she wants to look at the deck. Nothing to remove, but you can still remove it even if it's not showing. And it ended up being a even, so no change there. Alright, so Dooku goes to 10 on the backup muscle. So Andrew's got this with the backup muscles, but I think he wants to keep applying the pressure. So there's a discard on 000 and a 2, so he'll pop the Force Illusion. 1, 2, and now Andrew's got her in several different ways. He can backup muscle, or he can just activate his droids because she is out. He goes ahead and dangerous maneuvers to heal 2 to move it over to the bubble shield. So he now has a healthy Executioner with a armor plating, so effective 10 health there. Pitches a card, loses the other lightsaber throw, and then we move on to the next round. So Witch Magic would be really good for Ruthann right here. We haven't seen one yet. Statistically, she's going to draw one. Okay, it is her action. So again, all Andrew has to do is activate unless Ruthann can do something. I mean, her only out that we know of is a Witch Magic here, right? Yeah, because her Ancients, we saw one Ancient get buried. But either way, playing the Ancient's not going to save her. So she has to have a Witch Magic here if she's going to live. Is there one in her hand? She does, so she Witch Magics, so she gets Force Wave, All In, and Overconfidence, so she heals 3. So Dooku goes back to 8. Alright, Andrew's going to activate BT, deal 2 indirect. He'll take 1, likely on the bubble shield. Alright, BT just rolled the 2 indirect, so Andrew's showing lethal now. Because Dooku on that 2 indirect went to 10. So Andrew's now showing lethal. Is that it? If she can control it, we'll keep going. But those backup muscles are going to end it real quick. She's got the overconfidence, but that's actually not going to help. So there's no other dice in the pool. The Flep can't help. She goes ahead and rolls in Dooku. See what she gets. She gets a 2 shield, a 2 melee, a 1 resource on the dagger, and then she can flip, but Andrew's going to kill her. So that is it. Round 2 goes to Andrew. We'll be back shortly for round 3. Thanks for watching.